I'll tell you, we're going to be exploring a very interesting topic this morning, especially if you're the parent of a kid in college.
Like we are.
Yeah.
What kind of life lessons should we as parents be teaching them, lessons they're not learning in the classroom?
Welcome back to North Dakota Today at 9:14 on a Wednesday morning. If you, like us, are the parents of a kid in college, there are certain lessons that you feel you need to teach them that they're not necessarily learning in the classroom.
That's right. Some things to help you get ahead in life, learn, they aren't things that you necessarily get in the classroom. So our guest this morning is here to help us teach those types of lessons to our kids. David Porter is author of the book, The Porter Principles, and travels around the world consulting with colleges and universities. So welcome to the show, David.
Thanks, great to be here.
Now, first of all, the book that you have is about how to teach kids how to network and to those life skills that they need is so critical today to be successful in the work world.
That's true. The book really also focuses on giving administrators at universities some insight on how to create these wholesome social environments on their campuses in order to create the opportunity for students to really be able to socially engage, socially connect, face-to-face networking, the kind of skills that really serve us well at developing friendships and professional relationships for the rest of our lives.
Sure.
Well, let's start at square one then, David. If someone out there is the parent of a child that's getting ready to go to college maybe next year, okay? And so they're sitting around the kitchen table and they're trying to think of where to go to school, what college or university to go to. How do you, what's your advice to them?
Well, I think it's really important for parents to guide their students and to help go through that selection process, not only to go to visit colleges, but look at the classroom outside of the classroom. A lot of students...
Now, what do you mean by that? The classroom outside the classroom?
Well, we all know the classroom where we go to learn our subject matter, the academics, but the classroom outside of the classroom is the college campus. It's housing, it's dining, it's student activities, student groups, student centers, recreation centers, wholesome social opportunities on campus where students can actually come together and connect. Students live on a different clock than the rest of the world. We all know that when we were students and when our kids are on campus. Lunch for a student could be 4 o'clock in the afternoon, dinner could be 2 o'clock in the morning. But when a student, how do we design programs that give the students the opportunity to come together when they want to come together based on their life cycle on a campus and really connect? Studies show that students who live on campus and dine on campus have higher GPAs and higher graduation rates than those who don't.
Really?
Absolutely. Oh. So it really helps encourage students to do better. My job when I go to a college or university campus fundamentally is to create a successful dining program, but it's a lot bigger than that because when I can do that in a way that brings students together socially and organize dining to engage them, it not only ensures the success of the program, but it ensures the success of the student as well as the university. So it not only contributes to the higher GPAs and graduation rates, it contributes to recruitment capture rates for the campus when a mom and dad or their son or daughter go and they see these socially rich environments. That leaves a positive impression. Studies show that the sooner students connect to each other, especially freshman students, first time away from home, kind of getting your sea legs, the retention rates are higher. The percentage of students who return as sophomores is greater when they connect, and they become better alumni in the long run. So it's really a ripple effect and very profound.
It kind of makes sense. Sorry, Kevin, but it kind of makes sense because if while they're in college, that's their job, and they create this social network, I'm assuming, and if they completely absorb into the college, they have more of a stake, right?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't think there's any young person who's going to enter college today that doesn't have some form of social network, predominantly electronic, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever else is available to all of us out there. But I heard something on TV recently that said, the explosion of social media, is it making us more antisocial? I mean, think about that for a minute.
Exactly.
So we've got to break through that and go to face-to-face networking. I mean, the fundamentals, making friends, making meaningful relationships. Right down the street here in Bismarck at the University of Mary, we're introducing and developing, and they're developing, the first dining learning commons in the United States. And it's profound. It's going to afford the students 24/7 unlimited access to dining, group study, socially coming together. You don't even have to eat. You can just go there, and already it's it's almost exploded with popularity because it's met a need, and the campuses and the students are drawn to it. I mean, think of it this way. There are over 1 billion Facebook users, right? Or 900 million. Yeah. Nobody's going to give Facebook the credit for creating the need as part of the social or human condition to connect to each one of us. But they've come up with software and the internet to meet that need, and it's explosive. That's exactly what I do on a college or university campus.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm glad you mentioned that. When we come back on North Dakota Today at 9:19, we're going to actually show you some pictures of what they've got going over at the University of Mary, show you what they have in mind. So stick around. More of life lessons for your college kids when we come back on North Dakota Today.
Welcome back to North Dakota Today at 9:20. We're talking today about how to make the college experience more successful for your students. And joining us is David Porter, who is here to actually make some modifications at the University of Mary and to help them to develop a new model. And we have some pictures. Perhaps we can show those and you can explain what we're looking at here. Here we go.
Well, actually, this is another university. I believe that's the University of Connecticut, but it really represents a very contemporary, comfortable, soft seating type of venue where students can kind of hang out and socialize and connect.
Again, this is more encouraging the face-to-face social networking building instead of, I don't know, closeting yourself on Facebook, in your dorm room.
Right. And what the University of Mary is doing is they're in the process of designing a brand new student center with the first in the nation, as I mentioned earlier, dining and learning commons in that student center. We had some renderings that are absolutely magnificent of this new venue. But the students like the living room in their home or their favorite room in their home where they can, because what is university? Home away from home. To be able to come any time of the day or night and hang out and study and socialize. And there's some more examples of really some beautiful contemporary dining facilities that are representative of what students are being accustomed to today. Some of them are like cruise ships, they're so nice. But the students are able to come and socially hang out. They're encouraged to come together, and it helps, again, it's transformed the campus in a very compelling way to make it more appealing for students to want to stay on campus and participate. When we did our studies last year, a lot of the students, believe it or not, drove off campus 7 miles to get a snack or something later at night. Now they have the opportunity to come together and connect and study and respond in a very positive way.
Yeah, I want to go back to those statistics that you pointed out at the beginning of this segment here. I mean, if your kid is more involved on campus, if they live on campus, if they socialize on campus, if they eat on campus, their GPA goes up. They're more likely to have a higher GPA?
Absolutely. The CFO at Texas Tech recently did a big presentation, and he produced statistics that said students who live on campus and dine on campus have higher GPAs and higher graduation rates than those that don't. And that gets back to, excuse me, when mom and dad are taking a look at what school their son and daughter might want to go to, and really looking for those wholesome social opportunities. Again, it could be in a dining and learning commons, a student center, housing, student groups. But think of it this way. We all know what junk food is, right? We all know what healthy food is. But I think if you think about it, think of what junk social is, things that we may not want our kids to be doing late at night. And
maybe
think of
isolating themselves.
Either isolating in their rooms or social media, or venturing out with friends because they want to be with friends, but maybe not the safest place in the world at night after dark. But if the campus creates a healthy, wholesome social on campus 24/7, like the University of Mary has done and will continue to do in their new student center, it really gives the student the opportunity to come together, connect, see and be seen. It's number 3 on Maslow's hierarchy of needs to socially connect. Sure. Mother Teresa said our hunger for love and affirmation is greater than our hunger for food.
And it just leads to peace of mind for mom and dad as well, and that's important too.
Right, and of course this applies, the University of Mary here, but it applies to the universities all over the state. Very important lessons to be learned there. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
And good luck with your travels here and with the work that you're doing here and in the future. We will be right back. Thanks for, be sure to stay with us.